All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Jones here on behalf of Jacksonville APA, the home to the Voice of Jacksonville Pool, bringing you some more of the action here. Our very own strokers, Jack and Jill, who did not, in fact, go up the hill, but they will be fetching a beautiful trophy, working their way through the bracket right now. Shree and Karla up here in a race of 4-3 right this very moment. This is Team Jack and Julie they're playing against, by the way. I like the creativeness of the name. They are from Bloomington, Indiana. Bear with me as I make a couple of adjustments here, guys. Sorry, they pretty much just last like a couple minutes when they released tables here. I think they were waiting on a couple of matches to finish. A couple went a little bit longer. All right, looks like she's looking at this 15 ball. Little treetop there. Might clip off the 3 and go. Ends up hanging in the pocket. Good job taking over the pocket overall. Hey, Dad, what's going on? Everybody, Greg Jones in chat there. My dad. Everybody say hi, Tim's dad. Dad, I hope y'all are doing well. Love you. Shree has good eyes here on this 2 ball already. Let me see if I can get us a little bit of a closer view here, guys. There we go. I think we can see the table a little better that way now. And not a bad attempt from Shree. Great job already working on that little bit of cluster there. That was towards the top right. Team Jack and Julie here is Miss Julia that was at the table a moment ago and Mr. Stanley. Both skill level 5s, so Karla and Shree only have to give up 1 game on the wire, meaning it's a 4-3 race. Good attempt from Karla. They're really setting things up in a good pace for where they need to be. I know it's kind of hard not to sing the song right now, right? They're playing some good music in here. By the way, guys, I'll see if I can show it on stream later. But one of the other tables here, the lady that's playing has a wonderful big old cape that she wears, in which she has sewn in all of her APA patches onto said cape. It's actually really, really cool to see. Miss Helen in there from the Golden Girls in chat says, get it. The Golden Girls, in fact, got it, though, winning their last match on the stream here 6-0. Absolutely dominating, flawless victory. It was amazing, to say the least. Wish y'all the best of luck in that 5 p.m. round. That will be 8 p.m. Eastern when they play next. And, guys, make sure y'all are getting like a little power nap, a little siesta if you need to throughout the day here. We will be live midnight tonight here, 9 p.m. over here in Vegas time, but midnight tonight, to bring you some of the action going on there as well. We have a Masters team starting tonight along with the 8-ball doubles. Stanley there with a good hit. Kind of reposition the 14 ball. At least it's not off the bottom short rail for them, but it's not really in the best positioning here. And I think Shree's got more enough eyes here to clip this 6 into the 2. Let the 2 drop on in. They're going to have to play a little bit of combo magic here between everything that's up there. Oh, he's trying to do the carom off. I didn't think he had enough of the view. I like the carom option better. I think there's a little bit better option and accuracy with that. However, I didn't think he had enough of that situation. was too good. Yeah. Great shot by Karla, setting up street for the 2-ball. They got to get on this situation here. Top right-hand corner pocket. 5-3 is definitely something they got to be considering here. Again, I don't think it's a crazy combo. It's not hard. They should be able to roll a 5 into 3 and still maintain that pocket, but you don't want to leave it there for too much longer. Outside street is set Karla up really good for that. Again, a nice slow roll. Cue ball should drift based on the angle here, probably below where the 3-ball is right now. Leave the 5 sitting in the pocket. She hit a little hard. It still rolled on out. All right, nice little run here. 4-ball still tied up with, I believe that's the 10-ball. Thank you. All right, Karla on the 4-ball. Oh, sends 8 flying on down, and that will be an 8 out of turn. Oh, very unfortunate. Oh, man. And that will make this race right off the bat tougher here. 4-2 now in the race. Karla hit that thing like a wrecking ball for sure, and that 8-ball went happy as could be flying on down. Very unfortunate. Wow. Chad, I would love to know who all is going to be making sure to return with us later this evening here for our very late night stream here in Vegas. But y'all know it's early for us over here in Vegas. 9 p.m. ain't nothing in Vegas time. I won't talk about the one time I stayed up till 6:30 in the morning and the sun was rising. I had no clue that happened. But it did one time. It did one time for sure. It was wild. So definitely Vegas. Vegas never sleeps here, in my opinion. I say New York's that way, but very much Vegas. So make sure you guys get ready for that. I definitely want y'all pumped up and loud as can be. So they will be stripes. Mr. Stanley back to the table here for Team Jack and Julia. And he needs to go and take the stripe here, right-hand side pocket, and break out the other stripe. He just doesn't need to hit it hard, so that way it doesn't move the 8 too much. But, oh, he pulled down on it just a little bit. Julia will have eyes at least on the 13-mile top right-hand corner pocket, but she has got to be cautious here not to get stuck up there. She slowly rolls it. Should keep eyes there on the 10. Good shot by Stanley there. Tying things up a little bit here for our very own strokers. Now, we saw them make a great comeback earlier here, and they're not fully down yet. As long as the other team doesn't get to the hill, the pressure isn't compiling on there. 2 racks makes us all just right in the view again. Shree off kilter a little bit with that shot, just a tiny bit. Actually, the way he's looking at it, I don't know if he's actually going for that. He may have actually been setting it up for a defense here. He did clip up very close to that 8. If so, that's a very smart defense here. I think he's trying to force him to swing at this 10 ball. Julie responds with a very smart move right back, though, and defense is right back. Oh, my goodness, that mess has just gotten bigger. Wise decisions, though. Very wise decisions. Shree and Karla have got to be cautious, though, and understand they are playing against 2 skill level 5s. There's a huge advantage with this grouping here being 2 skill level 5s overall. That is definitely my place. That has to do with but they should be available to do something. Thank you, sir. Very nice try by Shree there. Luckily, though, they're setting up a little bit better, though. Again, that 4 has a good home now, top left. The other side has good home top right. Julia doing good there, trying to get that 12 blocked up out of there, and it rolls right back into the situation. Now the mess has gotten larger, top left-hand corner pocket. I feel like we are in a snowstorm in Atlanta, Georgia right now, where nobody knows how to deal with the snow at all, and magically all the cars have piled up. Oh, goodness. By the way, I don't blame him for not knowing how to drive in the snow. I certainly don't, so. All right, we got to see Shree get a little bit of power, I think, behind this here. Shree, you don't need the power of love. You need the power of some bottom here. Just slap into it. He got a little breakout. He got a little movement on the 3. They might be able to work with that. Honestly, maybe even go 6 ball here and maybe work on trying to bank the 3 next. Actually, I don't like the bank no more. I take that back here. They've got to play this very smart. There we go. Good shot by Miss Karla here. Shree is fixing to see if he can take over some of his pocket here. He might be able to bump that 1 up a little bit. Smooth stroke wins the day on that. It does. Does 2 follow it? It does not. That's okay. He's disappointed, but that is A-okay. Look at their position right now. 3 balls blocking some access there to the 12 on the right-hand side pocket, Chad. 10 balls blocked up by the 2 here. They'll have to make that 10 and try to make 10-2 together. Not impossible to do, but definitely adds a little extra layer of difficulty to it. Slow speed by Julie here. Trying to force it from him, but there's room, looks like, for that 3 to go past the 8s. Now, Karla may end up bumping into the 12 and pot at the same time, but if she passes just fine, 2-1, no problem. Opens up the 8 ball here. You just probably need to get below for the 8, but she just needs to slow roll this bad boy. Hits it a little hard. When the 8 may get in a little bit worse position for the 12. No, it doesn't look like it. Good try there by Karla. Come on, String Karla. Get this thing in gear here. Stanley doing just that here, trying to take over that top left-hand corner pocket. No, he doesn't. Now, he might have been trying to go for the Karen to make it. I'm surprised he didn't combo it and take the pocket. I guess he didn't do it just because where the 3 lies in their stripe here, there is a chance for them to make the 3 off the stripe and go in the right-hand side pocket. I shouldn't need to play off the 8. Should play off the 12 there, or that stripe. Yep. Oh, hit into it. Oh my gosh, is there room for the hit to go by? What a shot by Shree. Come on, brother. Karla looked at it for a brief second, went right for it. Shree's going to take a quick look at it as well. Oh, let's go, Strokers. What a setup. Timeout on the field. Slow roll here. Very smooth speed, which is right in Karla's will well for this. That's it. That's the good speed. She gets it here. Let's go. Strokers on the board. Come on, baby. Good play overall. Smart action overall on the table. Dealt with that complete ultimate cluster there, top left-hand corner pocket. That was, it was worse than, I don't know, worse than everything I've ever seen here with how bad that cluster was starting to get. There we go. We see some thumbs up and some smiling faces. Let's go indeed. Come on. That's exactly what they needed to have happen there. Again, like I said, 4-2 race is tough, but doable. If it's 4-1 again, that's when you start feeling that pressure. They handled it last time. Don't get me wrong. They handled it without a doubt last time, but you just cannot keep going through the tournament trying to come back from 4-1 every single time. It is going to wear on your heart and soul, and it's just going to absolutely decimate you when you need it to not do that the most. So it'll destroy your mental game. Shree here looks like he's going for the 8 on the break. All right, 6 ball sitting as a nice little duck goose there, bottom left hand corner pocket. A little bit of a spread across the board here, a little bit of breathing room. I think Karla may have just enough room to send this 5 on by to that top left hand corner pocket. And she does so with perfection here. If Shree can keep things in mind for Karla's shots, and Karla's got to keep the same thing in mind as well. Again, I talked about this earlier. Karla, her speed in terms of how hard she hits stuff is a slow to medium speed at most. if there's a shot that requires her to load up on something for any reason, shape, or form, it's not going to work out the best for her. I'm not saying she can't get them from time to time. It's just not what works best. And with that being said, if Shree can keep that in mind when he's trying to get position for things and set up stuff that is better for her to slow roll, whether slow roll things forward, stuff like that, it will work out way better for them overall. Jack and Jill is very much a game of you've got to understand how your partner shoots, and that's why I was talking about earlier that I think two skill level fives have a very key advantage. Now, I'm obviously biased in that regards, being a 5-5 myself, but I do think it is because if you can just play your game as a 5, your other 5 should have at least majority of similar settings and similar circumstances of how they shoot. Now, not say there won't be some variations, but most of your knowledge will be in a general area at least. Guys, I don't know if I've said this as much today. I've been very involved in the action. Stoked to see how our teams are going. It's kind of hard not to be whenever you have so many different events going across the board. But if you will do me a favor, it takes you just a moment. I know you guys really enjoy these streams here. Can you do me a favor, especially all you on Facebook? Hit that share button for me on your page here. It takes you just a minute of time to share the post out and would mean a lot here. Feel free to even tag my page as well in there if you'd like to do so too. Any of that kind of stuff is a big help. Samantha Shea asking what the score is here. There's 3-2 left in the race. Both teams have 1 point each now. Originally, it was a 4-3 race. Shree with a thin slice there on the 4. Still clips it a little full, though. Cue ball does end up scratching top right-hand corner pie. Very unfortunate. Didn't see that coming. I've been trying to listen to some of the finals matches going on in the other room in my spare time at the Pool Dog Arena, by the way. Love that. Love getting to see and hear Miss Ava Lawrence and Mr. Jason Bowman on the live streams over there. And one thing that I overheard her talking about here is about trying to reduce the amount of forced errors on your part here. And when you have things that are an obvious scratch, stuff like that, that will be a forced error. You want to make sure you're double checking that kind of stuff here. Try your best. Again, some things are just going to happen. Like, I don't think any of us really saw that scratch happening top right-hand corner pocket for sure. But other things you can try to absolutely reduce in the process of it all. This is a tough lead for Julia here. I think she can see some of the side of that stripe, but I don't think she can actually get a lot of it. You're the next contestant if I get inside of my just made an announcement for somebody to come up to the front here. And the gentleman up there at the front here said, you're the next contestant on the I didn't sign my score sheet. Guys, score sheets are very, very important here. As you all know in APA, I know a lot of us use electronic scoring, but when you're up here and everything is on paper here, please make sure anything that's on there that needs to be filled out is filled out. Very, very important here. Allows things to go smoother for everybody up there in the booth that are working hard to keep everything flowing. Too many of those score sheets can definitely bog up the system and stop from getting matches out. And we have too many Showdown Series tournaments in this time of year to really bog things up. Keep in mind, the only Showdown Series tournament still in August timeframe will be the Team Captains tournament. Speaking of, we do have our second Team Captains tournament qualifier coming up soon. That wasn't a bad try at the combo here. Honestly, I'm not too upset with the leave. Cue ball's at least up table. They have low eyes there on the 10 and 9, but not a lot to deal with it here. Not saying you can't roll into it, maybe get the back cut. It's just going to be very tough. And again, the combo on the 15-14 there. Ooh, didn't see that scratch rolling there. I should have thought of that for a second, but he at least prevented it by slow rolling it. They are set up slightly better right now. Stroker's just got to get this rolling. Assuming 3 goes by the 4, top right-hand corner pocket, he's going to roll up some here. Naturally, he's going to be using top being on the rail. Beautiful shot by Shree. And looks like he's in a good window here where Karla might be able to get a little back cut action on the 4. It rolled off that rail just a little bit. I'm trying to see if Shree is kind of shaking his head in disappointment or anything like that. I don't see him doing it. It seems like he's happy with his leave. Karla must not have enough angle there. Going for the combo. She hits it smooth. 7-ball pops out from the 8. Look at that. What a shot. Let's go. Sorry, I didn't I should have slapped you. I was stoked about it. Poor Tracy over here beside me getting abused. I was stoked about that because she hit it with the perfect speed to get it to pop out of there, and it rolled just oh so slightly out of there. It was nice. Little bottom here. Look at that. There's Shree shooting good. Come on, buddy. He was trying to pull back on that just a little bit more, but Karla still has a good window. She just has to slow roll this. He's going to double check here with the timeout to make sure that cue ball isn't going to come down too far. If you look, pretty much you draw a line from where the 8 is. Kind of, yep, he's going to do it for me with this cue right there. Look at that first diamond here. With 8 to the first diamond, that cue ball needs to be somewhere in that zone, right? Now, he might be trying to have her err on the side of caution here and try and roll even further to where she gets in between where the rest of the stripes are and he has a long distance shot. But I think she should be able to control this. She's got to cheat the pocket just a tiny little bit here, so that way she's going to hit the one just a little bit forward. That way less energy is left on the cue ball for it to roll down. Come on, slow down, cue ball. It may have rolled right outside that window. Even if it did, Shree can at least get a good hit on it coming off the top short rail without a doubt. But I am extremely certain that, yeah, he's going to, oh yeah, I like this choice. Good mark right there. So he's going to come off the top short rail here, kicking that 8. And if that 8 hugs that rail and kicks into that 10 ball, then it has a chance for it to push right over to that right-hand side pocket. That's a smart mark. I don't think he needs to overhit this at all, though. I think he just needs to play this smart, get the good hit in place, and try and hopefully at least get their 10 out of a pocket. I think that will slow down their run. Give me 1 second here, guys. Guys, bear with me for just a moment here. A little glitch on the stream, but not going anywhere, guys. Stay tuned, stay tuned. Karla with a great shot there. Let me swap out cameras, guys. Give me 1 second here. right, like a magic trick, things are swapped out. Appreciate you guys bearing with me on that. All right, Shree up to break here with that important last rack win. That really, really helped us out quite a bit, guys. Brings it right back into a 2-2 focus here. All right, guys, let's catch up here in this rack. Again, thank you for bearing with me. Great showing from Karla and Shree again, able to bounce back after that first rack loss. Again, guys, just as a reminder, original race was 4-3. Now we're back in view here as we should be to a 2-2 race. Next team with the win gets onto the hill. Very important there. Obviously, that's when the extra stress and pressure can come on. JT, where you at right now, brother? Slow roll from Stanley there. Not a bad leave at all. Miss Cheryl over there says, "Yeah, girl. Cheryl, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in." Shree doing a good job getting the other table. Just a moment here. Jacked up a little bit on this shot. Gotta be cautious here. Doesn't want to overstroke this here. Strokes it beautifully here. What a shot. Nicely done. I was talking to Shree earlier again, and I was like, dude, I'm just telling you, man. I was like, you have got to stroke things the way as you normally are used to stroking them. I was like, I know it may sound silly or sound crazy, but I've seen him kind of baby in a couple shots that he could have hit a little bit harder, let his stroke out a little bit more. And again, when you start to see higher skill level players here, right, they're able to let their stroke out. They're free flowing a little bit more. They're a little bit more comfortable in what's going on. They're not as stiff, right, with their shots. It makes a big difference. It's also when you know you're in that danger zone. You see I'd dare say probably potentially 5, but definitely a skill level 6 and above. When they're letting their stroke through a lot, and they just got that level of comfortability, I'm gonna tell you right now, you may be in a little bit of trouble. You really need to start thinking of defensing them up and locking them up some if you can, because they are going to start rolling and rolling and rolling in their advantage quite a bit. Shrio showing Karla here. Got to jack up over that 6 and try to use a good amount of bottom. He's trying to get her to hit this so that way that cue ball drifts over to the right hand long rail. Maybe even ends up clipping into that 1 in the process, but he's trying to get her to drain that down bottom left hand corner pocket. This is going to be one of Karla's toughest shots here. Let's see if she can land this. I hope she does. This is going to be tough. She actually got very close with how tough that shot was. Very, very close. She hit it with a great speed, used the right amount of bottom there, kicked in that right hand long rail, and actually clipped over and missed the 1 in the process as well. She did really good with that shot. I know she didn't pot it, but again, that the level of difficulty that shot had involved with it, I think she performed that really, really well. Nice job. Good timeout there by Shri and Karla. Good attempt. It's Julia coming back to the table here, draining that 7-ball bottom left-hand corner pocket. Problem is, cue ball's drifted down quite a bit. They're missing out on action for that top left-hand corner pocket unless they decide to take it over. You got a stripe in the way, hiding access to the 1 ball. Good attempt, like I said. I think he was trying to finally take over that top left-hand corner pocket. The run is on, though. The run is definitely on. You can use some top here to get on this stripe towards the right-hand long rail. Follow up with it. You're going to kick into that right-hand long rail a little bit. Drift on back down. Try to get a window for that stripe bottom left-hand corner pocket, 14 ball. The only problem is where that 11 lies with the 5 and 6 playing blocker like it is. You've got to be able to play it smart so you don't get tied up and locked up over there. 8 ball sitting still on the top half of the table, but in the middle means that it has almost every pocket open and available to it. If this works out, this means Karla will be the one pocketing the 8 ball. Shri off kilter a little bit here. Was going for actually the window between the 3-4. I figured it would end up rolling up a little bit more. Maybe he was trying to hold it. But not a bad attempt at all. Julia's going to try to take over that pocket now. This could start locking things up for team strokers. She ends up potting here. No good eyes on the 3. Good eyes on the 1. So assuming Santa's going to end up taking the 1 ball, and then that's when they'll use the 5 or the 6 to take over that top left-hand corner pocket. But if they don't take it over with potting their ball as well in the process, they may be in a little bit of trouble. It really depends. It ultimately depends on where the cue ball ends up getting left. That cue ball snickers up with the 5. That's where it can be a problem. And she did it smart. She did it real smart here. This is why 5s are so problematic in 8-ball, guys. We know more than enough here to start playing a little bit of hardball against some of y'all. And Miss Julie did that perfect. Wow. We cannot let them get a ball in hand here, guys. We need Miss Karla to get this good kick. Miss Karla using the wonderful mirror trick here. It was amazing, by the way. Here, mad props. I overheard. I don't remember the names, but I overheard teammates talking to one of their lower skill level players about how that works out, and I kind of reiterated to the player. I said, "Look, I was like, I know they're just describing it to you verbatim, and it's not going to fully make sense." I said, "But give them a moment when they can get onto a practice table and show you." I said, "You will be working wonders with your 1-rail kicks." Good try here. Opened up a little bit too much, but that was a very, very good attempt. Karla wasn't too far off on it. I'm going to get a good hit on that. Chat, I'm going to call upon you now and asking for a little chicken and rice action on to the table here. And I'll have to go ahead and go for a 3-ball clear out that bottom part of the field. Stanley just draws back on it just a little bit. Keep in mind both teams have now used their timeouts, so no more timeouts on the field. Uh-oh. Julie flipped into a little bit. No, she's still in view of it. I thought the cue ball was going to get the 8 involved a little bit, play blocker. Oh, he was off a little bit. Somebody should get a right to work, chat. JT, where you at? Was that you, buddy? Enjoying the pool, having a ladies' day? You enjoy that pool, brother. Team Strokers here now in a good position. Look at the position of the cue ball with this 14. Bottom left-hand corner pocket. Streaking. Let his angle open up. Pop back upfield a little bit. Take that 12 ball bottom right-hand corner pocket as well. And just depending on angle from the 12 to 8. Can have pretty much every pocket available. Street hits it good. It's going to hit on that right-hand long rail just a little bit. Opens up beautifully. So this is where Karla may try to load up on some bottom here. She's got to execute this really well, though. Good thing is, as long as she leaves the cue ball down here, they'll be good to go. So when she loaded up on bottom here, she didn't actually load up on it. That bottom turns top naturally and rolls right on forward. Tracy over here with his fingers crossed on this one. I don't blame him. It is off a little bit on the angle, but of course you never want straight in shot on these. All right, here, team Jack and Julia there, getting onto the hill first. Very, very unfortunate situation here. Let's see if they can bring it on in. It is 2-1 left in the race, chat. 2-1. And guys, it is very, very imperative here. Shree's team and Karla's team here, Strokers, again, same thing as the women's division here. Any loss at this point takes them out of the Vegas run-ins, guys, and I want to see them continue to go deep here. One of these teams is going to get into that beautiful Pool Dog Arena, play on that beautiful white diamond, and bring home those amazing trophies back to Jacksonville. I have pure faith in it, guys. Pure faith in this. Let's see it happen. By the way, I want to give a quick shout Ryan Carter and so many others as well. A lot of people have been checking in on me. I definitely appreciate you guys for doing so. Score is 2-2. Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, 2-1 left in the race. Sorry. I don't know if mine's just now updating with some of the questions there, Cheryl. So thanks, Tim. My pleasure, Cheryl. Thank you for being here and supporting the stream.
No, they're talking a little bit too loud. They're hearing everything that you guys are saying.
They can't be hearing me over there.
No, the team right here.
Oh, no. I'm streaming that one. I'm not even talking about this table in front of me. I'm talking about the table right there with the lady in the white shirt with the red on it. That's the table I'm streaming. Yeah.
He just,
Oh, if it is my friend, just feel free to let me know, brother. Never mean to be distracted.
I didn't
So
know.
yeah, you didn't say anything,
Tell you that.
but I'm streaming that match. So anything I've talked about has never been anything to deal with y'all. Good now.
Taking it pretty good.
I mean, I literally have had the camera streaming from this the whole time.
Just when you add over the table, so you
Yeah. Are we good though? Okay. Okay. We're down 1-2. Oh, I'm sorry. They won. Yeah.
what's that for?
So sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize I was unmuted during that here. A little misunderstanding here. Teams thought that I was referring to their matchup when I was streaming the table across the way here. So I do sincerely apologize about being unmuted on that. Ref was just worried that I may have been giving player advice of some sort or anything like that here, just in case and or distract another team. Definitely try not to do so. All right, Stanley back to the table here. Karla with good shape here on the 14 ball, top left-hand corner pocket. Overhits it just a little bit, but still not a bad leave on that. She'll have some options with it. Great shot there by Julia, draining that 3 ball. Very well done on that shot. Very impressive. That was a good try by Stanley. 11 ball still a little bit in control of that right-hand side pocket. Karla and Shree a little long distance here. They still have that one stripe that's close to him, but everything else is across the table a little bit. Doesn't look like he has very good eyes on a lot of things here, minus the combo, and it looks like that's what he's going to go after. Oh, no, it clips up to the other combo now. A very, very good try. Julia playing that smart there, trying to get some of the stuff out from under there. That's not doing her team really any good. So that was a good hit. Karla looks like she may be hooked up a little bit here on top of that 8 ball. There we go. Good job walking the table. Take an extra moment to breathe. That's going to be a good hit, but she hits it a little hard on there. Oh, I like the slow roll here by Mr. Stanley. That was nicely done. He wasn't going to leave Julia with a lot of options there overall. The one's just not in a great position with Strokers taking over that bottom right-hand corner pocket. So this should force them to try to pot that stripe there. Oh, just kidding. I didn't think she had enough eyes on that side pocket. She hit it good. This could be dangerous here, guys. We need a little love onto the table here for this 6-ball. Bottom left-hand corner pocket is what they're going for, but he slow rolls it in, though, beautifully. Oh, man. Guys, we need a little love here from y'all. Need a little love from chat. Yeah, that is correct here. Team Jack and Julia is on the 8-ball and on the hill. We need 2 racks of their 1. And they get it here. Unfortunately, that will be it. Good run overall here by Shree and Karla. But their time here in Vegas, unfortunately, has come to a close here. Very unfortunate to see that happen, but definitely glad to get to have them on stream. Glad you guys back from home got to enjoy the stream as well. Guys, it's Tim Jones here, the voice of Jacksonville Pool. Stay out of trouble, Tim. Mary Turner, I don't know how to. Okay, I cause problems everywhere I go, trying to be nice. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Jones here on behalf of Jacksonville APA, the home to the voice of Jacksonville Pool, guys. We will be back here in roughly 5 more hours, in which we'll be likely streaming either the Masters or the 8-ball doubles match here. Stay tuned for more of the action here, guys, live from the 2025 APA Pool Players Championship here, guys. Much love to y'all.